What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy J-Narc. Today we are rebuilding the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love as quarterback one. As you guys can see, we are trading Aaron Rodgers and a 4th round pick to the Jets for two firsts, first of this year and a first of next year. We send the offer. They don't want to accept it. So we're going to have to go give up a third of next year. And
denied.
Whoa. A third of next year didn't work. So we're going to try a fourth of this year. See if this goes through. What do you mean? All right. A third then. I guess we'll give up a 3rd round pick and Aaron Rodgers. All right, guys, look, it's like right there. So we're gonna give up Aaron Rodgers for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of this year. So now Jordan Love is officially QB1. Bro, they gave Jordan Love a 67 overall. All right, they gotta put some respect on my man's because that's crazy. That is actually crazy. Offensive line is, like, okay, but the disrespect is insane, dude. Like, actually. But we're going to make some tweaks to the D-line. We're going to see what we can do here. And, yeah, we're gonna try our best and see if we can make this squad nice. All right, so we're doing a little bit of adjustments. So this is what the team kind of looks like. We got Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jordan Love. This is the new crew, young and improved, man. Just the young squad here. And defense, we got Quay Walker, Devondre Campbell, Rashawn Gary. Just some solid guys all around that I hope we're going to be able to get the job done. And, yeah, we're going to see how the season goes. I don't think I'm going to trade for. I mean, we have picks, right? But I don't think I'm going to really do anything too crazy to shore up a position. Maybe like left end or strong safety or something like that. Maybe use one of our 2nd round picks for a strong safety. Could be very, very good for us. So to a team that could potentially, or we could use a strong safety, if they have a backup, of course. Aloni Gilman. The Chiefs have Justin Reed and Mike Edwards. They have 2 safeties. What about free safety? Interesting. So they have some safeties there. They have Cameron Curl here. Donovan Wilson and Jaron Kearse from the Cowboys. Brandon Jones and Deshaun Elliott. They got some good people all around. I mean, I think I'm going to try one team. Jordan Whitehead and Chuck Clark. Jordan Whitehead would be perfect for us to take back. Let's say we did that trade. Boom, we get Jordan Whitehead. We give them a 2nd round pick. So now we got a strong safety. Let's say that was part of like the Aaron Rodgers trade or something like that, right? And then the D-line position, we only have Tadaro Slatton Jr. there. And I think for the D-line, I think it would be cool to sign a veteran. Because I think Jaron Reed left the Packers. And he left the Packers, so we're gonna see if we could get like oh no, I went to trades. We're gonna see if we go to free agency, if we can get someone to help Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt. As Devontae Wyatt's gonna have a lot. Definitely in real life, a year or two, he's gonna have to step up big time with everyone making their moves. So these are the free agents that are available. Do I see Calais Campbell coming to the Packers? You know, giving him a minimum, that would be interesting. That would be interesting if we gave him a minimum, throw him onto the team. You know, I think that's the route I'm going to go. Oh, $10 million, though? That's a lot for a minimum. I can see us signing someone like Poona Ford, though. Just throw him onto the squad, right? Some more depth on the team. I think that could definitely work. And then since we don't have a tight end either, because we only have Josiah DeGara, and we know Mercedes Lewis is going wherever Aaron Rodgers goes. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, next year they just sign like Irv Smith Jr. to pair up with Josiah DeGara. We give him a 1-year deal, so he's our tight end for the season. So that's the moves we'll make there. And without further ado, let's see how Jordan Love and company do in this first season. Ooh, so we went 9-8. Bears actually went 10-7. So with the moves the Bears made, they of course made the playoffs. I mean, I think that makes sense that would happen, right? With all the guys they signed. And nice. And Vikings were 9-8 too, but they didn't make the playoffs. Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, and Jimmy G, top 3 for that team. We had no one else really leading statistically in any category. But Jordan Love, 7th in passing yards. He had 34 passing touchdowns. Our offense was 3rd in the NFL, and our defense was about 9th. Aaron Jones was 6th in rushing yards, so that's not too bad. And I want to see where our offense was ranked at again. We allowed the most points in the NFL. Our offensive yards was 3rd. So Jordan Love, 34 touchdowns, amazing. 20 interceptions. 99 passer rating. He only got sacked 26 times though. And then Aaron Jones had 12 touchdowns, while A.J. Dillon had 8. Pretty nice. Receiving, Christian Watson 8 touchdowns, and then Romeo Doubs 8 touchdowns as well. But great receptions. These guys went sick. And then Bo Melton was actually pretty good too. He's a rookie. We have Bo Melton, Romeo Doubs, and Christian Watson. I guess those are our guys right there. Defense, Rashawn Gary had 10 sacks. Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker did their thing, leading the inside linebacker position. Kenny Clark had 8 sacks. Poona Ford had 4.5. Preston Smith only had 4 sacks, so it's not really too good. And Jair had 3 picks, so not too bad, not too bad. I want to see what our overalls are before we go into this into this playoff matchup, actually. Jordan Love is now a 79 overall. Zach Tom's a 74. Christian Watson's an 80. Romeo Doubs is a 77. Bo Melton's only a 71. And then defense, upgrades-wise, not too bad for all my boys. So that's not too bad at all. So let's see. I forgot we picked up Jordan Whitehead as well. And it looks like our scheme kept changing. But let's see how we do against the Cardinals. And he won 35-32. Okay, so we're balling. Looks like Jordan Love is the real deal here. And let's see how that game went, actually. Oh, and I also think the Jets did not make the playoffs, which is a plus in my book. So, game-wise, Kyler Murray and Jordan Love both threw 3 touchdowns. Jordan Love threw an interception, while Kyler Murray got sacked twice. Kareem Hunt went sick. 11 carries, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Aaron Jones had an okay game. D-Hop went sick on us. Christian Watson had a good game. Rondale Moore went sick as well. Like, oh boy. Defense. Preston Smith had a sack. Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt both had half sacks. And Jalen Thompson got picked. So a close game overall. Definitely a battle, but we ended up taking the victory. So now we got the Falcons, who are 12-5. We're playing Jesse Bates and his crew. And we ended up, oh my gosh, they put 55 points on our head. Oh my goodness. That is actually OD. I understand we could lose, but 55 points? I know we allowed the most points in the league, but that is insane, dude. 55 points? What were we doing? Oh, Falcons were the #1 seed as well, too. Bears lost immediately, of course. So what's new to that? But they put 55 on our head. Taylor Heinicke had 3 touchdowns, only got sacked once. Jordan Love got sacked 4 times, had 2 interceptions, threw 2 touchdowns, so not bad. Cordell Patterson had 3 touchdowns. And then Tyler Allgeier had 1. Man. Romeo Doubs, though, he ate. Drake London was unguardable. Defense, Grady Jarrett 8, Lorenzo Carter 8, David Onyemata 8, Kenny Clark had a sack. Mike Hughes and Casey Hayward both had picks. They probably had for them to have 55 points, they blocked 2 kicks. Oh, Jordan Whitehead did too, so they blocked the kick as well. They didn't have a safety. There was no defensive touchdowns. What about forced fumbles? It was just equal all around. So I don't know what happened to us, but we got sunned. But that's okay. Jordan Love's first playoff experience went pretty well. We're gonna see if we made the Pro Bowl. See if we got into the Pro Bowl. Super Bowl is Falcons-Bills. Wow, so Falcons are the real deal with Taylor Heinicke. And Pro Bowlers in the NFC, Aaron Jones made it. Receivers, Christian Watson made it. Tight ends, none of our guys. David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins made it. This is about it from the offense. Kenny Clark made it as well. Rashawn Gary did. Devondre Campbell did. Jair Alexander did not sneak into it. Okay. So we had a good amount of Pro Bowlers all around on the team. So it was a pretty successful year. But we're going to have to definitely, with our first round picks and everything, the Jets also did make the playoffs as well. We're going to have to definitely use just upgrade, honestly. And I'm thinking, do we move on from David Bakhtiari, develop Zach Tom, and then draft a tackle? Bills ended up beating the Falcons 35-10. Not bad. Because we're going to have 2 first-round picks. I mean, spending a first-round pick on an offensive lineman could be a bit of a stretch. But I'm thinking, wait, we have negative $38 million in cap. Von Miller won Super Bowl MVP. Christian Watson won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, not too bad. We got some positivity. But we are negative $38 million in cap room. That Aaron Rodgers contract has come back to bite us, huh? Chris Barnes, forgot you're on the team. Can't re-sign you if we wanted to. Irv Smith, Poona Ford, Josh Nyman. A lot of these guys, we couldn't re-sign you if I wanted to. All right. Cap casualty. I think to give myself some freedom, right? I think it would be fair if I cleared cap penalties, just because. I'm only saying that just because the Jets and Packers would probably work out something to eat up the contract of Aaron Rodgers. So we're going to figure that out really quick. All right, so after clearing cap penalties to make it a little bit more realistic for us, now we're into free agency. Free agency's here. We're going to need a backup quarterback for Jordan Love. So that backup quarterback will be Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, I think we have interest in signing him in real life to be a backup, so I think that works out pretty fine. Receivers I'm not really interested in the receiver class in free agency this year. Irv Smith is very interested to come back. You know, he wasn't even too bad for us, but we could also draft someone as well too. So you don't necessarily need him. We get someone to back him up, like Pharaoh Brown or something like that. Or Jody Fortson. Why not Jody Fortson? Pick him up. Would be a nice option to have on the team. So now the offensive line situation. So we have young guys in the interior. I'm thinking of using a high pick for one of our players, to be honest. Josh Nyman also would be someone we would re-sign to. But left end, there's not really anything going on there. So I think we're going to have to use a draft pick definitely on that position. Justin Hollins also did get re-signed by the Packers, so I'm gonna sign him to the team as well. Corners I'm okay with at the moment, but we might need to do something with that position just because of I don't know, Rasul Douglas wasn't that solid if you ask me. But Tyler Bass, I'm gonna sign him. And then cool, so there was a little bit of some free agent signings. We didn't need to do anything too crazy because this draft, I definitely want to do something with that. So we have 2 picks. Well, our first one is pick 11, and I think that's the Jets pick. So we have a pretty solid high pick, I'd say. Do I want to use it on offensive? Ooh, Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez would be a very interesting pickup for the squad. Christian Gonzalez would be very interesting. So would Joey Porter, Luke Van Ness. Like, a lot of positions here would be nice. We could also get a tight end. You know, they haven't gotten a skill position like that in a while. We already have Jair, Eric Stokes. Nah, actually, we don't need that. We could go with D lineman. The D lineman would definitely work. Tyree Wilson. Do we want to pick up Tyree Wilson? Will he be the guy? No, let's pick him up. Tyree Wilson. He looks like he'll be a stud. So pick up Tyree Wilson with that pick. And with our late pick, I think we'll use it on a tight end. No, it's kind of crazy, but I think we'll use it on the tight end. Whoever's available, honestly. And Will Levis is still sitting here. Tight ends, they have Darnell Washington, Luke Musgrave. Darnell Washington, the Packers did meet with him too. So I'm going to pick him up. Head in dev, 85 speed. He's 6'7", 265 with 85 speed. This is going to be a problem for us. All right, so now with our second round pick, we could also go with another D-end again. Wide receiver, Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt, a deep threat option. I think we'll go with him. I think he'd be pretty interesting to have. Just to have him onto the... He has 97 speed. Oh, my gosh. So we got a speedster on the squad in Jalen Hyatt. And then another position I think I want to see what we could do with is probably that safety position. Maybe safety, maybe not. But if there's offensive linemen available too, then maybe that could be an option. But I do like how the squad is looking like, how the offensive line is looking to be. So I'm not really too stressed about it. Maybe getting a D tackle. Keanu Benton, run stopper. Yeah, why not? Pick him up, throw him onto the squad. I think he'll be pretty solid. All right, those are our picks. Not too bad. Draft recap. So now let's look at the players we drafted, their overalls. So Tyree Wilson's a 76. Darnell Washington's a 76. Perfect. Jalen Hyatt's a 74. Keanu Benton's a 73. We drafted a running back from Ole Miss, Zach Evans, he's a 72. Drafted a strong safety from Florida, Trey Dean, he's a 71. Then we also had Olusegun Oluwatimi, a center, a cornerback, and another running back. So not bad. So we picked up a lot of players in this draft. A lot of players. I think we'll be looking pretty nice. I think the rotation could be nice on both the offense and defensive side of things. I'm going to show you guys the lineup before we sim past this season. So offensive line, not bad at all. Darnell Washington, Jody Fortin, Josiah DeGar, Jordan Love is here. Good crew of running backs. Christian Watson has that legendary development, I think. I forgot what it is, actually. But not too bad. Defense looks pretty solid. We got good players all around. I think we'll definitely do some damage for sure. And we got some good pass rushing. I think we'll do pretty good. So let's sim past this season and see how we do. We went 5-12. All right. 5-12 season after having a better squad. Yeah, okay. Madden. Let's see what simulation you gave us here. 23rd offensively. Defense was what? 25th. 26 touchdowns, 18 picks for Jordan Love. This man's literally can't even. Okay, so this is weird. Jalen Hyatt went sick though. He went sick. He had a good rookie year. Rashawn Gary had 10.5 sacks. Preston Smith had 9.5. I thought they was gonna have a bad season. Even Tyree Wilson had a good game or a good season. So defense was there, but what happened? Tyler Bass missed 4 kicks. Missed 1 extra point. All right. We're gonna fire our coordinators. Fire our offensive and defensive coordinators. That's for sure. I'm giving you one more shot at this. Jordan Love. Because we need you to help these guys become just greatness. So Lamont Booker, welcome. And then defense coordinator, someone that's actually going to make these boys like better than they are. Let's see. We got Cameron Kelly. We also have Clyde Holland and Nathaniel Hackett's defense. Or Brian Daboll's. We're going to go Thomas Quinn, 3-4 under. We'll pick up that offensive. Yeah, that should be perfect. He already comes in with some abilities unlocked for the boys. So that's perfect. Getting rid of those pieces. Super Bowl this year is Chargers versus Rams. So Pro Bowlers, nobody from the Packers so far. Tight ends, no one. Offensive line, surprisingly, no one. Defense, only Rashawn Gary. Shockingly. Preston Smith made it too. What about Tyree Wilson? Tyree Wilson did not make it. Corners, that dude Weatherspoon made it. Dude, I could have drafted him. Oh my gosh. All right, so we had a down year. We went 5-12, had a down year. Things happen. And we can't be too upset about that because we're still a pretty good squad. I mean, on paper we're still looking pretty good. So we have about $50 million available in salary cap. So it'll be very interesting to see what we can do with our funds. And let's upgrade players. Let's upgrade our players. Hopefully Jalen Hyatt got an upgrade because I think let's see. Actually, I want to see if we got it. No, offensive rookie of the year went to Will Levis. Defensive rookie of the year went to Will Anderson. Baker Mayfield won NFL MVP, and Chris Godwin won Offensive Player of the Year. Well, that's another idea for a video. Baker Mayfield's just balling as on the Buccaneers. So now we get to re-sign players. Even though Preston Smith had a Pro Bowl season that had 9.5 sacks, I don't think I'm going to keep him. Only because he's getting old. He's getting older. We have 12 players to negotiate with only $65 million available. Rashawn Gary. He's going to eat up a big chunk of our cap. But we're going to give him the deal. And we keep Rashawn Gary. Jordan Whitehead. A.J. Dillon. I'm going to let him test the market because we already got some young backs that we picked up. So I don't see any reason why we keep A.J. Dillon if we already drafted Zach Evans and another guy. Jordan Love. Hello. Hello. I didn't even realize he was here. All right, Jordan Love, we have to re-sign him. I didn't realize it was his contract season. Keyshawn Nixon. Do we even have money? We have about $7 million available. So Josiah DeGar is gone. Rudy Ford, backup safety, you got to be gone. John Runyon. Can we? No, we can't even re-sign John Runyon. So we lose out on him. Okay, so I didn't know this was Jordan Love's year. So nice. Nice. So all we have is just funds for the draft. So we have the 4th pick in the draft, dude. Okay, so having the 4th pick in the draft while trying to figure out, like, what we need. Royce Newman Jr. Or just Royce Newman. That might have to be the guy, though. Not going to lie. That might have to be the guy. So that's kind of tough that we're going to have him at guard. But I guess it's okay. Getting a new right outside linebacker sounds like a good idea, though. D-line, I'm actually pretty okay with the D-line. We just need maybe a backup right end, or maybe a new starter, to be honest. Like, we could literally just get a new starter. A new starter at that D. But, like, it depends. It depends what's available. Can we get rid of Preston Smith, though? Like, what is his cap coming out to? Preston Smith, how much are you eating from the cap? He's eating about, he's not really eating anything. So, and he just had a Pro Bowl season, too. But he's a 72. He's regressing heavily, so I'm going to release him. I released Preston Smith, so we're going to have to use a pick here. A good pick. We have a top 4, top 5 pick, so let's see what's available. We got a D-end and Nick Hatchett, a left outside linebacker, an offensive lineman. There's so many right tackles. So we got Marco Knight, who would be the perfect fill-in for that position. There's also Nick Hatchett. The reason why I'm looking at him is because we can maybe do something. So, I don't want to change positions around because then players won't be able to be like as effective as they could be. And then Brian Brown, round 1 projecting, he's from Clemson. He'd be a nice pass rusher. Literally good for just pass rushing. But then there's also that actual position that we need to shore up, which is the right outside linebacker. We got Marco Knight, round 1 projection. We need him bad. He has C block shedding. He has BDD zone coverage, so he can definitely be very fast coming off the ball. But, all right, you know what? We're going to draft him. Marco Knight, hidden dev, 85 speed. Not bad. So he's going to be Preston Smith's replacement. We picked him up high. We put a lot of value in him. So with our 2nd round pick here, I'm thinking, they got a right tackle here, Seth Light. But we need a right end. A right end would be nice to see if we could get one. So we got Tony McDonald or Tony McDowell. What? How did I just go from McDonald? But I also want to see offensive line. See what's going on there. Day 3 projections already. It's the 2nd round. It's literally early 2nd round. You're telling me these guys are that trash? Besides Seth Light, but Seth Light even looks like a bust himself too. Actually, no. He actually does not look bad at all. I don't know. Actually, you know, we're not gonna go over the right tackle. I mean, even though it looked nice, we're gonna go with the right end. We're gonna go with Tony McDowell. Seems pretty solid. A block shed, F finesse move, B power move, A to C tackling, physical player. We'll pick him up, hidden dev. He's gonna bump out Devontae White, our 1st round draft pick. They're gonna have to battle it out. So those are our picks. Let's look at the details of the contract. So the routes on the max is 75. McDowell's a 73. We drafted 2 corners who are both 74s, a safety, then another offensive lineman, and a backup inside linebacker. So with new coordinators and new everything, it should be interesting to see how we perform. I'm gonna probably sign a free agent right guard just because I'm not too sold on Royce Newman. I mean, I'm kind of scared, to be honest. Kind of scared. So Mark Lewinsky would be a perfect veteran to put at that position. So we're gonna pick him up there, put him there. Royce Newman will still be on the squad, of course, and then we need a punter. So we're just gonna get a punter, honestly. Like, just gonna pick up Blake Gillikin. And now that's what the squad's looking like. I mean, I hope that we won't go 5-12 again, but we have a new offense and new defense coordinators. So this is what the team looks like right before we go into war. Mark Lewinsky does not start. Wow. Okay. Darnell Washington, pretty good pickup, I'd say. And then we got Jalen Hyatt, not bad at all. Defense, Defense is pretty solid. Look at Knight. I feel like he's gonna have an insane year. McDowell and Devontae Wyatt. I'm gonna put McDowell over Devontae Wyatt. Jair's a 97. He's locked down where he's at. So this could be a very good year. So let's see if that's the case. So we make the playoffs, but we do not win the division. We go 9-8. Lions ended up winning the division. They went 10-7. Very interesting how that plays out. But we're back in the postseason, which I wanted to see. And Devontae Adams is still bossing up where he's at. And let's see how we did statistically. Offense was third ranked offense. Finally, that offensive coordinator did us justice. Defense, 16th. Way better than what we were last year. 37 touchdowns, 12 picks for Jordan Love. Only got sacked 20 times. So, new OC literally made Jordan Love great. And then Carson Wentz was okay. 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, backing up Jordan Love. That's perfect. Aaron Jones, 15 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, while Zach Evans had 10 touchdowns, backing him up. 3 1,000-yard receivers with over 10 TDs. Romeo Doubs, Jalen Hyatt, and Christian Watson. Insane. Tyree Wilson, 15.5 sacks. This dude went off. Yeah, he's a problem. He went off. And then Rashawn Gary had 10 sacks. Pretty good. Kenny Clark had 8. Pretty solid. Quay Walker had 4. Pretty good. Keanu Benton had 2.5. McDowell had 2. He's a rookie, so that's okay. Interceptions, Jair had 3. Trey Dean had 3. Razil Douglas had 3. All right, so basically, our coordinators did us justice and literally made our squad way better. So new abilities in line for Christian Watson and Quay Walker. So these guys, we've got the guys we need. We literally got the guys we need, which is perfect. Offense is looking great. Jordan Love is now an 83. Christian Watson is now an 88. Wow, that's crazy. Aaron Jones is a 95. Defense, Marco Knight is a 78. I don't even see his stats. Quay Walker and Devondre Campbell are beasts in the middle. And then, wow, our team is really good. I just didn't see Marco Knight's stats on the season, though. What was his stats on the season? He had 1.5 sacks, 1 pick, 5 tackle for losses. As a rookie, but Tyree Wilson was probably taking all the plays, so I'm okay with that. Tyree Wilson went off. He went off. So we're facing the Lions. This should be good. Hopefully we battle. Hopefully we battle with them. We do. We ended up winning 4. We won a shootout 46-40. That's a crazy game. That is actually an insane game right there. Before we go face off the Rams in the divisional, let's see what was going on in that game, honestly. Let's see if there was any like specific thing that highlights it all. Jets finally made the playoffs, but they ended up losing to the Chiefs. Let's see if Aaron Rodgers is still on there. He's not. Zach Wilson is their QB. Guess that Aaron Rodgers joint did not hold up. So we barely made the playoffs too. We had 627 offensive yards. It was battle between Jordan Love and CJ Stroud. Both had the same passer rating, but CJ Stroud got sacked 5 times, while we only got sacked twice. We threw an interception, and so did he. He threw 4 touchdowns, we threw 3, but Jordan Love had 438 passing yards, while Aaron Jones went sick running the ball, and we shut down their rush. No, we did not. David Montgomery 8. Oh my, Christian Watson had 13 catches, 193 yards, and 1 touchdown. Insane. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Jameson Williams both went off, but Jalen Hyde did his thing too. So, oh my gosh, that was actually a battle then. Sean Gary and Tyree Wilson both had 2 sacks each going off. Aiden Hutchinson had 2 sacks. Kenny Clark had a sack as well. And then Malcolm Rodriguez and Greg Johnson had an interception. So, very, very tight game, but we ended up taking the victory. Our guys are coming to play. We're facing the Rams now. Let's see how we do against them. We ended up winning 45-34. Wow. Okay, so we beat the Rams. They were the number 1 seed, and now we're facing the number 4 seed. So we beat the number 1 seed in an away game. Jordan Love had 4 touchdowns, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Teddy Bridgewater's quarterback for the Rams. Wow. He had 451 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, got sacked once. Again, our rushing attack has been insane. Cooper Kupp went off, 7 catches, 225 yards, 3 touchdowns. But Jalen Hyatt, though, and Christian Watson, that's an elite duo right there. That is very elite right there. Defense, I see Darnell Savage had a pick. Rashawn Gary had a sack. Perfect. Darnell Savage and Jair both had interceptions. So our guys are showing up when it matters the most. So now, winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. We're facing the Saints. We're facing Marshawn Lattimore. I have a lot of faith in these guys. I mean, they look like they're just having fun. They're having fun. They're balling. Every game's away. They're just cruising, and this is exactly what I wanted for them. So facing 9-8 Saints, let's see who takes it. Oh, we ended up losing by 7. That's a heartbreaker. That is a heartbreaker. Packers continue their ways of being 1 game away from the Super Bowl, right? That's a heartbreaker. Not gonna lie. Before we look at the game and what happened there, let's look at the Pro Bowl roster. Jordan Love did not make the Pro Bowl roster again. The hate is insane. Receivers, though. None of our receivers made it. Okay, you know what? That's fair. Maybe they was like, nah, we're not going to Pro Bowl because we were just right there for the Super Bowl. So that's what I'm saying for that. Elton Jenkins chose to go, though. Okay, that's fair. Tyree Wilson chose to go, too. It's his first one. Can't blame him for that. Rashawn Gary, why not? Quay Walker, why not? Cornerbacks. Jair has not made a Pro Bowl since. So that's kind of crazy to me. A couple guys chose to go to Pro Bowl, but a lot of them didn't. Let's see how this game went because I think we got robbed. I'm going to say we got robbed, and it's going to be Saints versus Ravens. We lost by 7. Player stats. Jordan Love. Okay, we got robbed. You're telling me Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints are going to the Super Bowl? Bro, Jordan Love, 124 passer rating, got sacked once, had 3 touchdowns. And he doesn't make the Pro. Alvin Kamara went off. Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but like we were there too battling with our rushing attack. Darnell Washington had the best game. He had 9 catches, 125 yards. He went off. Romeo Dobbs went sick. Christian Watson was nowhere to be seen, apparently. He had 5 catches for 32 yards, so they limited him. Probably Marshawn Lattimore doing that. And then what? Tony McDowell had a sack. Michael Ballard had a sack. And Rasul Douglas had a pick. Okay, so basically Madden robbed us. But you guys get the gist. Jordan Love and a new team, a new, very well-rounded team around him. These guys are a problem. Yeah, we were the 7th seed, but we were right there, 1 touchdown away from the Super Bowl. Like, look at this. This squad was nice. And Royce Newman did a good job holding up his end with the offensive line blocking. So I'll take it. We look pretty solid, and I can't complain. This was a successful rebuild.